Namaste, everyone. It was a year of 2009, summer. My entire batch of MBA has gone for internship. And I was in my college doing the internship with my professor, late Professor M.S. Pillai. The first teacher who transformed my life completely, the way I thought, the way I saw. And sitting on the corridor, I was watching a TED talk, right? This was 2009, 13, 14 years back from now. And I decided on that particular day that one day I'll give a TED talk. And lo and behold, today is the day. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Yeah? For the first 20 years of my life, I was stuck with a lot of negative thoughts. Inferiority complex, a lot of self-doubts, anxiety, stress, fear, whatnot. And the education system, which was meant to empower, somewhere disempowered me because I was not a very bright student, so all the marks we got and the labels we got from society left me defeated completely. I had beliefs like I'm not good, I don't have any special talent or ability, I'm not meant for something great, I'm just here as an ordinary person. But amidst all of this, somewhere, certain questions were in my mind. And today when I work with people across the world, 9 countries, these are coaches, CEOs of companies, entrepreneurs, doctors, scientists, I realize that the power of questions is the most powerful gift life gives to us. A question has the power to change the entire trajectory of your life. And the question I was asking was that, why I'm here? For what purpose? Is there something more to life or just a series of transactions for us to come here and then die one day? And that search for me led me, and still being a seeker today, led me to study various texts from the ancient wisdom, meeting a lot of teachers, a lot of books, and a lot of people, right? And in that process, one day, I came across this powerful phrase from my ancient wisdom, which says, Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. I was very fascinated what this means actually. Is there some substance to this, or is it just a good positive statement, motivational statement? And I started going deeper. It's not that one day I discovered something very incredible, but a series of revelations were coming up, more about the life. So let's go a bit deep dive and understand what exactly this means. The place we sit right now, what we call as Mother Earth, right, is moving in space for the last billions of years at a speed of 1,670 kilometers per hour. And we don't even feel the movement, by the way, on its axis. And the same Earth moves around the sun for more than 1 lakh kilometers per hour, beyond imagination to understand. This Earth sustains life, more than 8 billion people, and many, many life forms. And this Earth is a part of the solar system, which has many planets, many comets, all of that. This solar system, as you all know, is a part of the galaxy, what we call as the Milky Way galaxy. If you look at the NASA website, they would say there are more than roughly 400 billion stars in the galaxy, each having its own planetary system. Very fascinating. And this galaxy is a part of the universe, what we know as our universe. Mind-boggling number that NASA estimates that there are more than 2 trillion galaxies out there in the universe. 2 trillion, 2,000 billion galaxies. And all of this is just a part of the universe we can observe. 95% of the universe can't be observed. It's filled with something called as dark matter, dark energy. We do not know what is that in a way, right? So mind-boggling existence outside. And it's so real, we can't even see it as a miracle. It's just a part of life in a way. On the contrast, if you look at the human being, who am I as an individual? Born from one cell, and today we are roughly a 50 trillion cell organism. And each cell, if you look at the science, contains the DNA, the 3 to 6 billion DNA pairs, the base pairs in every cell. What science says that if you take out from one cell the DNA strand, it goes for 2 meters in length. And if you take out the DNA strand from all the cells of the human body, you can go to the sun and come back 300 times. That's the amount of length DNA is in our body. And then every second, you have more than 1 billion chemical reactions happening in the body. One of the most fabulous piece of creation is the human life. And what the previous speaker said about bringing the joy of giving life to people, that's what we carry for ourselves. But this miracle is so evident, we don't see it as a miracle. So what we are possibly is a miniature universe, a living cosmos built of stardust, energy, and intelligence. And that's what, poetically, the ancient people said that as within, so without. As is the microcosm, so is the macrocosm. So possibly, when you look at the areas of science from biology to cosmology, they're trying to find this interconnectedness. And we see now with modern physics that experiments done, which says that the act of observation of the reality influences the measurement of reality. Perhaps what you call as perception and reality are deeply connected. So I feel science and spirituality was never meant to be opposite. They possibly talk the same language, different language to talk about the same truth. They are different sides of the same coin. But the bigger question, asked for millennia, and I ask myself, is why am I here? What all this for? A cosmos within, a cosmos outside. Just for me to take birth and grow up, go through school, get some marks, in my case, passing marks, and then grow up, get married, and before that, job, and buy a house on EMI and a car, and get married, have kids, and then grow old and die one day. Was that all to life? A series of transactions? That's it? Is that all life meant to support? Or is there something deeper than this, bigger than this? And what if, to uncover this, you have to go within? You have to knock the door of silence to go within. And as you go within, you discover a different world altogether, a different reality altogether. So in my search, I came across one of my first spiritual teacher, Grandmaster Chokok Sui, the founder of modern pranic healing. It's an alternative healing modality, spread to 120 countries. And he did a very beautiful experiment in one of his courses, and I would like all of you to participate with me. If I ask you, all of you, to raise your right hand, and I ask you, who is raising the hand? What is your answer? You'll say, I am raising my hand. If I ask you, raise your left hand, and I ask you, who is raising the hand? You'll say, I am raising the hand. If I say, can you move your right leg? And I ask you, who is moving the leg? You'll say, I am. And if I ask you, move the entire body, and I ask you, who's moving the body? You'll say, I am. What is coming clear here is that you can move the hand, you can move the body, you can move the brain. But then who are you, the mover of all of this? Who is behind the thoughts? Who's moving? Who's behind the emotion feeling? Who's behind the thought thinking? And that's what possibly science calls as the awareness of consciousness. We are not the body, not the mind, possibly something bigger than this. And when you experience that, you stop being a part of the transactions this perishable world has to offer. And you start living from the identity of immortality. What if we live beyond this life? So then the question is, what is transcendence, the topic for me today? What is that exactly? It doesn't mean to leave this physical world, go to Himalayas and meditate there for a lifetime. It doesn't mean that you be detached from the world. It possibly means, and what even other speakers mentioned, to be more forgiving when someone hurts you, to be more kind in the most unkind situations, to be more loving when someone deserves the love the least. It also means possibly not to succumb to the pressure life brings you, and still go for the highest calling your heart beats for. It also means not to be a part of hatred and negativity a part of the world has to offer, and still operate from empathy, love, compassion, and joy. Because emotions like empathy, joy, and compassion is just not emotion. It's the very fabric of who we are. It's the very fabric of creation. So, my invitation to all of you, what if the journey of life and the purpose of life was not to just go outside? It was also to go within you. Moving from the noise transaction brings to the silence transcendence offers. And when you feel that silence, you realize it's just not a peace of mind. You find is you. Silence and peace is you, is the very source of and very part of the existence. As one of the philosophers, Rumi, from Sufi tradition, says, I have lived on the lip of insanity, wanting to know reasons, knocking on a door. It opens, I've been knocking from inside. What possibly we're looking outside is possibly within. But we are so busy in the transaction, we have never taken time to go within us. Thank you for listening to me till now. I would like to take you through a simple 2 minutes visualization cum meditation experience to give you a feel of this theory, how this feels to feel the joy and love in your heart. So can I ask all of you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. Be comfortable. A long deep breath. And can you take a beautiful, slow, deep breath from your heart, imagining the cosmos in front of you, the stars you see in the night. Look at the stars, look at the universe, and focus on your heart, where you feel love in your heart, and bring this feeling of love in your heart right now. As you look at the cosmos, I want you to slowly inhale from your heart, as if inhaling the love life has to offer. Slow, deep breath, inhale from your heart, and look at the cosmos. And as you inhale and exhale, imagine a beautiful flame of life in your heart. As you exhale, imagine this flame is becoming bigger and brighter. Look at the cosmos, the beautiful universe, and inhale this love life has to offer, slowly and deeply from your heart. And as you exhale, imagine the love from your heart is becoming bigger, expanding beyond your body. And that love is slowly also touching the people around you. And the love goes bigger and bigger, maybe encompassing the entire institute right now. And feel this love as you inhale from your heart and exhale out, moving out of your heart to fill the entire city we are in right now. And as you take a deep breath again from your heart and exhale out, can you feel this love moving beyond the city to the entire country, encompassing every human, every soul, every person in pain possibly. And as you breathe in the love from the universe, exhale out this love, and imagine that light is slowly become one with the entire cosmos. Hold this in your space, in your awareness, that your light is one with the light of the cosmos. And from the universe, from this beautiful, loving, compassionate universe, you're inhaling this love in your heart and exhaling out of your heart. Breathe in this light, this love from the universe, from the cosmos. Feel a shift of emotion. Be aware of your own emotions, your own feeling. Observe the gentle love, a peace, a beautiful presence emerging inside you right now as you do this. And be aware of your entire existence, which is one with the entire universe. Feel it right now. And gently, when you feel comfortable, slowly come back, bring your awareness back here in the body, and gently you can open your eyes. I hope you feel some of the most beautiful gifts of life, which is the gift of these emotions we have: love, compassion, joy, and happiness. To conclude, you take many journeys in life. You go outside, travel the world, get married, get to a job. Yet the most important, the most fulfilling, the most life-defining journey is always going to be the journey you take within yourself. Thank you, and namaste, everybody.